Hare Krishna. Today we will discuss text number 11, chapter number 2. First we will recite the sloka. Sri Bhagavan Vacha Asachananu Sochastam Pragyavada Subhasase Gatasuna Gatasunascha Jnana Sochanti Pandita Sri Bhagavan Vacha Sri Bhagavan Vacha Asachananu Sochastam Jananasochastam pragyavadanscha bhasase pragyavadanscha bhasase gatasuna gatasunascha gatasuna gatasunascha nanusochanti pandita nanusochanti pandita. Word to word meaning, translation and purport by Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. I will read, you can hear. Sri Bhagavan Vacha, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, said, Asachan, not worthy of lamentation, Anusocha, you are lamenting, Tam you, Pragyavadans, learned talk, Cha also Bhasase, speaking, Gata lost, Asun, life, Agata not past, Asun, life, Cha also and never, Anusochanti, lament, Panditaha, the learned. Translation. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, while speaking learned words, you are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead. Purport. The Lord at once took the position of the teacher and chastised the student, calling him indirectly a fool. The Lord said, you are talking like a learned man, but you don't know that one who is learned, one who knows what is the body and what is the soul, does not lament for any stage of the body, neither in the living nor in the dead condition. As explained in later chapters, it will be clear that knowledge means to know matter and spirit and the controller of all. Arjuna argued that religious principles should be given more importance than politics and sociology, but he did not know that knowledge of matter, soul, and supreme is even more important than religious formularies. And because you are lacking in that knowledge, he should not have posed himself as a very learned man, as he did not happen to be a very learned man. He was consequently lamenting for something which was unworthy of lamentation. The body is born and is destined to be vanquished today or tomorrow. Therefore, the body is not as important as the soul. One who knows this is actually learned, and for him there is no cause for lamentation, regardless of the condition of material body. Om Agyantimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshuhunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swamirupagami Dadati Sasadantikam Yam Sri Guru Sritapadakam Sri Guru Vaishnavascha Tam Sarvajatam Saranagunatanitam Tam Sadhima Sadvaitam Savdutam Parijan Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Krishna Padan Sarvalita Susakam Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinamado Jagapati Gopesh Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Bhaktakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Asmanasute Devi Purnamani Ancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Kirtanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavim Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Tam Karoti Vachalam Pandum Nandhayate Girim Tatrupatam Vinde Shri Guru Dinatayana Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna. So today we are discussing the 10th or 11th sloka of second chapter. So in 10th sloka was spoken by Sanjay, and Sanjay is saying that when Arjun decided that he is not able to understand what is good and what is not good, then he takes shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. although Krishna was friend of Arjuna. But now, in the seventh sloka, Arjuna is taking voluntarily shelter to Krishna and he is accepting Krishna as his guru. Now he wants to stop family talks. So Krishna little smiled when Arjuna, his dear friend, accept him as his spiritual master and considering himself as his disciple. But when he is actually Krishna is the absolute spiritual master of every living entity. So now when Arjuna becomes the disciple of Krishna, Krishna immediately take the position of a guru. Guru means one who is heavy. It should be based on authorized scriptures. Every step, every statement is very strong. Very strong means it's not like the statements and like the activities of material person. Real Guru activities is totally for the pleasure of Krishna. So that's why he is very heavy. Whatever he do, whatever he speak, it's fully for Krishna. So he is actually fully Krishna consciousness. And that is the qualification to become Guru. As Prabhupada mentioned in the previous purports, that Lord Chaitanya given this reference, given this statement, that what is the qualification of Guru. So Lord Chaitanya said, Kiba Vipra Kiba Nasi Sudra Kinina Sri Krishna Tattvavita Sri Gurva. He said that it does not matter in which place or in which family one is born. Either he is a Brahman or Kshatriya or Shudra, whatever he may be. But if one is expert in the science of Krishna, if he know Krishna really, he know the Krishna Tattva Vidya, who knows the Krishna really, who knows the substance and real position of Krishna, then he can be accepted as Guru. Because Krishna also mentioned in Bhagavat Gita 4th chapter that who know myself in actuality, in reality, as Tattutaha, then he will totally liberated and he is not forced to take birth again. Janmakaram chame divyam evam yuvitti tattvataha tattvadeham punarjanma naiti mamit suvarjana. To know the science of my birth and activities and the transcendence of my birth and activities, he who know me truth, he is not forced, he is not take birth again in this material world. He will become liberated. He will attain me in my spiritual abode. So that is the power of knowing Krishna in truth. That's why Krishna immediately taking the position of Guru and he knows that Arjuna, although he is speaking like a learned person, but his statements is based on bodily conception of life. So Prabhupada is explaining in this purport that immediately Krishna took the position of a guru and he chastised his disciple Arjuna. He chastised Arjuna that you are posing yourself as a learned scholar, but you are a fool, you are a rascal number one, because you are lamenting for the things which are not fit for lamentation. We are also sometimes lament for such things. We lament for some object, some items, some mobile, a nice mobile or some nice dress or some nice house. The persons in this material world, they cry for facilities. Although they know that they are not permanent here. After some time they have to leave their body even. But still they are so much attached to some items or some facilities that they cry for that. Like child cry for chocolate. the elder person or senior persons by age, they cry for facilities, they cry for some good things according to their intelligence. They cry for job, they cry for good husband or wife, they cry for some money, they cry for house, they cry for foreign tour. So these are not actually fit to lament. These are all are temporary things, and we are eternal living entity, eternal soul. We are eternal. We are not this body, but we are the proprietor of this body. We are we have given this body by Krishna for some time, but still who don't know the reality of this existence of oneself as a soul, he lament for body or bodily byproducts, byproducts of the body. We consider ourselves as this body, we relate ourselves as with this body and the byproducts or connecting things with this body as as own self. We think that we are the enjoyer, we are the controller. That's why we have to lament for the things which is not fit for lamentation. So Arjuna, although he is speaking like a very learned man, he is saying that I have heard from the authorities. There are many things Arjuna has given in the first chapter and second chapter. There are many reasons given by Arjuna to stop fighting. But Krishna, Krishna is not considering these reasons. He is saying that you are fool. You are lamenting for your relatives. Although they have done all the mischievous things with you, still you are not ready to follow the course of activity, the real process given by me. You are lamenting for your guru, your grandfather, your relatives, cousins, your maternal uncle, etc. But they have done all the unlawful things, so they have to be punished, and it's your duty to punish them. But Arjuna giving many reasons. If I kill them, then it's not good. Although they are behind some material profit, but still they are my guru, they are my elders. So how can I fight with them? How can I kill them? So he refused to fight. He gave many reasons. If I kill them, then there will be no one in our dynasty to perform the Vedic rituals. And then the Pitras, the forefathers, will fall from their position. So this is very abominable things. And who do like this, they have to suffer in hell. So he has given many reasons to stop fighting. Still, he is not convinced fully, and he is totally confused. At last, he surrendered to Krishna, and now Krishna take the position of a spiritual master or a guru, and he immediately correct his disciple. So this is the duty of a spiritual master to correct his disciple. If a spiritual master does not give any correction to a disciple, then it's the fault of the spiritual master, or he is not following his duty. And if after giving correction or getting correction from a spiritual master, disciple is not trying to follow his order, then it's offensive to, it's a great offense towards the spiritual master. If we uh, get some correction from our seniors, senior devotees, then we should consider it. We should try to remove if we have any problem or anything which is creating some trouble in advancing in spiritual life, then we have to remove these things, these habits, or these type of things which is unfavorable for Krishna consciousness, unfavorable for bhakti. That is the duty of disciple. If disciple is not following his duty, then he will not get full benefit of a learned or scholarly spiritual master. So Krishna immediately take the position of a spiritual master and he chastised his disciple Arjuna. He said that you are lamenting for uh, such things which are not actually fit for to lament. The actual learned person, Krishna give the definition of actual learned person. Actual learned person neither lament for living nor for dead. Because you know, everything in this material world is sure to die. Either he is a great man or a small man, a rich man or a poor man, a learned person or a fool. Everyone is destined to die. Either in 10 years or 20 years or 50 years or 70 years, it's sure that we will die. So, what is the need to lament? It's already fixed. If some medicine, if we buy a medicine and after some time it's expired, there is expiry date on the medicine. So there is no need to lament because it's sure that if date of manufacturing is printed on the product, then there will be date of expiry also. So like that, this body in which we are living, this body has date of birth and it's sure to die. Although we are not able to recognize what is the death date, but it's sure that it will gradually deteriorate. It will and then after old age or before old age, it will fully uncomfortable and not fit for us to live in. So we have to leave this body, and that is called death. So the intelligent person know that soul is eternal. This will be explained by Krishna in further shlokas. So he never lament for living or dead. So that is the definition of learned person. Learned person is not a person who has many degrees. Learned person is a person who has real knowledge about the soul. So Prabhupada is explaining in purport that the knowledge of spirit and soul and the controller of both is needed to become a really learned person. Otherwise, it's only showcase learned person. In reality, when something happen, he will cry like Arjuna is crying for his relatives. So Arjuna is stressing that we should follow the etiquette, as they are not fit to give respect, but still it's not good to kill them. So he said that the duties, religious or conducting the moral duties are more important than than the politics and sociology. And actually, the fight was to get the kingdom. So he is not giving more importance to kingdom. He said that I can sacrifice the kingdom. Why? What is the need to fight for a mere part of land? We are habitual with this forest living. So we will adjust for some time. What is the need to kill unnecessarily? But Krishna is the knower of everything. You know what is the soul, what is the matter, and what is the controller. Actually, he is the controller. So he said that actually sometimes the moral values are inferior than the knowledge of the soul. It's not that every time the moral codes or religious formalities are necessary to follow. If there is need to surpass them for higher purpose, then we can surpass them. Sometimes it's needed, and Krishna practically done it in the Mahabharata. There are many instances in Mahabharata. then Krishna break the rules. When there is need to kill Jayadratha, Arjuna take a vow that if till the sunset I will not able to kill Jayadratha, then I will enter in fire. So, so Duryodhana and party they make a full arrangement to protect Jayadratha till sunset, and they made a very wonderful arrangement, and with full strength Arjuna fight for whole day, but still he is not able to reach at Jayadratha. So Krishna help Arjuna uh, by making the daytime the sun is going to set, and before that Krishna made arrangement. He covered the sun, and it seems that sun is already set, but actually sun was not set at that time. And when Duryodhana and party, the other follower of Duryodhana, they see that sun is set now, and they said, Jayadratha, come out. Now sun is set, you can come, and we will see. Arjuna is entering in this fire, and now we have win. They are very happy. And Krishna said that yes, Arjuna, you should enter in fire, but you are a Kshatriya. You should enter in fire with your Gandiv, bow and arrow. You should take position, keep the Gandiv in your hand, and ready your arrow, and then enter in the fire. You tried your best, so there is no need to lament. And then when Jayadratha come, and he also very happy, clapping that Arjuna is entering fire. So Arjuna is now gone. And then Krishna remove his remove the covering on from the sun, and sun is again uh, brightening on the horizon. Then Krishna said, Arjuna, till now sun is not set, and Jayadratha is here. Shoot him immediately. And Arjuna was ready, so he shoot Jayadratha and kill him. So Krishna was so merciful to Arjuna to help Arjuna. He sometimes cheat Kauravas. So the real purpose behind the activity is more important than the mere rules. So Prabhupada is explaining in this purport that the moral formalities or religious formalities are not much important than the real knowledge of the body and soul and the control of the body. So who know this knowledge, he is actually learned person. So Arjuna is not a learned person because he is playing a role of a materially engrossed person. He is artificially posing like a foolish person or very attached with his family and others. So in this verse, Krishna gives the definition of learned person, and he is chastising Arjuna for posing a learned person. Sometimes we also pose ourselves as very learned, but many things we are not able to know what is good and what is bad. So we should take help from the devotees. Not that we think that we are very expert and again we repeat the same mistake. We should take help from the scriptures. We should take help from the Krishna. We should take help from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, which are the authentic representative of Krishna. That is the whole thing discussed in this shloka. So we will stop here. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai. If you have any question, you can ask, or we will complete here. No question? So we will recite one time Hare Krishna Mahamantra and stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Prabhupada ki jai.